Hey, what's up? What's good, Impact Wrestling fans? Your boy BQ in the place to be, which is the Impact Lounge, #1 place to be for the Impact Wrestling fans. So if you're a first timer, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. Hope you guys dig the new setup here. Instead of just uploading from my cell phone and talking to you guys, wanted to switch things up a little bit. So if you're digging it, give this video a thumbs up. I want to talk about Rich Swann month on Impact Plus because I think it's a really good, really positive thing. Now, for those of you who said I stopped being a positive voice for Impact Wrestling a long time ago, I'm going to repeat what I've said many times, is that I hold them to a higher standard right now as a fan. And if something's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's not good, I'm going to say it's not good. And usually when I say something isn't good, I give my reasons instead of just trashing stuff, because that's what being a hater is, to just completely trash stuff. But I give my reasons. There are channels out there, if you prefer hearing only the good and everything is good, and that's not knocking anybody or any other channel, but there's just other channels out there that can give you that if you don't like the honesty that I give. That's plain and simple. What is good though, because again, if it's good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to say it's bad. I really like where they're going with this Rich Swann month on Impact Plus. I'm a major critic of Impact Plus and the YouTube channel. I've told you guys before that I unsubscribed to the YouTube because I wasn't getting value out of it. Impact Plus I still subscribe to because the monthly specials and things like that. Not that I get the most value out of in the world out of that platform, but I'm still a paid subscriber and I always will be. The Rich Swann month is a step in the right direction of what I've been wanting to see from them, with original content and just doing things a little different. Now, there are some hints of what I don't like that they do, and then there's a spin on it too. So there's I'll get into that, but there's more I would have liked to see with this than what they're doing, but it's a good start, and I'm going to give them respect for that. I think it's a great idea to do something like this. When they hired, I think his name might have been, I think it's Ant Evans, when they hired him, that used to work with the UFC Fight Pass and everything. I felt like once he came aboard and there's some fresh ideas, that we were going to see improvements with the platform. Now, obviously, they updated it before Turning Point. That was a big mess, but they're trying with the platform, and sky's the limit if they do this the right way. So what's live right now on the platform on Impact Plus is the face-to-face Rich Swann versus Sami Callihan. It says the bitter rivals join Josh Matthews, of course, to relive their classic one-on-one match from last year's Rebellion event. That was a great match. The only issue I had with it was a little unrealistic when Sami Callihan blinds him with powder and then does the cactus special from the second rope onto Legos, and I think it was Legos, and he's still kicked out. Like, that kind of stuff loses me as a fan when I'm watching it. But other than that, the match was good. The story was good. I like this. I think it was on YouTube as well, where the two of them are reliving their match. I've said this 100 times. Get another voice in the middle moderating stuff so that people can hear a different take and just something different. You have other people who could do it. But yeah, so that's on the platform right now. Rich Swann versus Sami Callihan, reliving their Rebellion match from last year. Another thing that's live on there right now is Rich Swann's Fave 5. It says Rich Swann is still a wrestling fanboy at heart, and here he introduces 5 of his favorites from Impact history, including classics involving Ric Flair, Mick Foley, AJ Styles, and Low Ki. So this is a little bit of what they do. I've been saying this since I had one subscriber on this channel. Too much reliance on the TNA library, and here that's what they're doing again. But there's a new spin to it because it's Rich Swann talking about his Fave 5. So I still think that's cool. It's a spin on something that they normally do that's getting kind of played out. It's a spin on it. So I'll give them props for that. Impact Connected. This premieres on November 26th, so today's the 23rd. It says the reigning Impact Champion answers fans' questions in a no-holds-barred format. To submit your questions, use Impact Connected on Twitter. So hashtag Impact Connected to do a Q&A with Rich Swann. I think that's a great way to leverage Twitter to increase engagement on Twitter. There's a lot more they could be doing with social media as well to increase engagement. So this is good, and I think There'll be a lot of questions, and I'm sure you guys will submit your questions too. So that should be a fun one. So that'll be November 26th. That's one I'm looking forward to. And then December 3rd, it'll be Rich Swann versus Eric Young from Bound for Glory. It says here, just 9 months after suffering catastrophic injuries to his foot, leg, back, Swann challenges Eric Young for the Impact World title. The main event from last month's Bound for Glory event premieres on Impact Plus, so you'll be able to watch that match again. If you ordered the pay-per-view on like Fight TV or something, you can probably still just watch the pay-per-view. So it's, I don't know how well this is going to do, but for those who, I guess, didn't watch the pay-per-view, they can watch the match. Now, what I would have liked to see different with this, as I said, it's a good start. It's a good step in the right direction. I would have liked to get more personal with Rich Swann, his everyday life, not breaking kayfabe, but just a little bit, peel back the curtain a little bit, learning about what makes Rich Swann tick, what he likes to do. I would have loved, if you listen to the Cool Factor podcast before Bound for Glory, me and TW were saying he needs to come back in the best shape of his life at Bound for Glory if he's going to win the title, and he did. He looks great. I would have loved to know what what his workout regimen was, how he changed things up, what his mindset was from the injury, because he had a lot of momentum before that injury. I would have loved to know that about, his rehabbing. Like, they showed the rehab on TV, but it was fake. You know what I mean? Like, I would have liked to see the actual, some clips of the real rehabbing, and just like his mindset when he got hurt, and his mindset about coming back and learning more about him and getting personal with him. I know they did that a little bit building up to Bound for Glory, doing video packages and stuff like that. I think it was called This Is Bound for Glory, whatever the show was, whatever the pre-show was, but just more of that. But this is a really good step in the right direction, having a month dedicated to someone. Let's see if they continue that going forward. If we're going to get, Rosemary, we're going to get Taya Valkyrie, we're going to get whoever, you know what I mean? I hope it's consistent, because sometimes when they have these good ideas, it's not consistent. It goes away after 2 or 3 months. Would love to see it keep going. And then I would love to see it, some of the lower card guys, you know what I mean? But for them to do it, you got to enhance them and give them something better to do, so that they have better things to talk about if they were on this platform. But bravo. I'm going to give him props for this, because it is a step in the right direction of what I want to see on Impact Plus for them. So again, I am your boy BQ. I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.